What's up, guys? It's Roland The Real speaking. Today's video is going to be about haters. Alright? You're going to have them in your family. You're going to have them as friends. You might even be dating one. Okay? Do not listen to the haters. Alright? It's one of the biggest mistakes I ever done in my life back then was, I would tell, I've always had dreams and inspirations, and I always told the closest people to me. And what they would do, I guess they were insecure about themselves, or they didn't want to see me become who I wanted to be, whatever the case is, or they were just plain negative people, right? But the problem with telling people and listening to their opinion is that they don't have your best interest like you do, right? Number two, when they knock it down and you listen to them, it changes your course of history, honestly. They're not the same type of people as you are. You're gonna have haters. My mindset nowadays is, I wouldn't say I love them. First step was I hated them. Second step was I loved them. And now I don't even pay attention to them. They don't exist. It's not even a factor. So when the hating does happen, I already know, like, hey, okay, well, this is the way they are. I'm just gonna leave them alone, because I already understand. Honestly, if someone was to sit down and tell me these things and I actually listened to it and understood it, from that perception, I actually understood it, I would have saved 10, 15 years, by far, right? Because what happens is when you tell a close person and you love them and you think they love you, when they tell you no, you actually are like, oh, okay, so that's not true, or it won't work. But you were right all along, So that's a big deal. This video I want to make is super important for your life, because sometimes the hating doesn't stop. Sometimes you can't even cut those people off. Like, they might be such a close family member that you will see them forever, every day, or whatever, right? You have to take away the noise, realize who they are, and give them entertainment for 2 seconds. As soon as you start seeing it, back off. Just... You gotta get your space. You gotta separate yourself, because I'm telling you right now, like, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I wouldn't have accomplished all the things that I did if I didn't take this advice. And I'm giving it to you because I hate to see people go through what I went through. I love spreading knowledge. This is the type of guy I am. I get fulfilled when I help people and spread knowledge. It's what I do. It's just who I am. You can ask anybody who knows me, And if I could save you time and money, then I'd do it, I didn't have a lot of people sit down next to me and tell me these things. So that was why it took me forever, And thank God I actually got to this point, because, it was a long road, and, but the haters, man, like, don't get bitter about it. Don't have any emotion about it. Don't do any of that. Like, you cannot do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to fall into that trap. It really is, And you got to stay on course. You got to keep grinding. You got to keep working. Even when you might even hate on yourself. There comes a point where you don't even believe in your own self, and that happens. But you have to make sure you understand that you keep going. Even when you get so close, you got to make sure that you keep going. You know what I'm saying? So, I really want to make sure you understand that. You could be a young guy right now, a young woman right now. I mean, you could even be old. It doesn't matter. This applies to everybody. This is even in your personal life. This isn't just entrepreneurship or business. But, like, have the confidence to the point where no one can tell you anything. And I can guarantee you, every millionaire and billionaire and famous and successful person from now to the past 3,000 years, I can tell you right now, has had this quality and has not had this downfall of listening to others or looking for approval or anything like that. You don't need it. You know what I mean? You know inside your heart. I mean, in your mind, really, but so stay away from the negative people, period. Surround yourself with better people. even though you knew these people for 15 years and, oh, you know, these are my family, and hey, it doesn't matter. Family is not considered blood. Family is considered people who really look out for you and love you. Like, that's what family is. So, you know, make sure that you don't let them knock you off your square. This is just what you do, you know. Stop telling people what you're doing. Minimize the risk, or not the risk, minimize the chance of someone knocking you off your square. I mean, you want to do that, of course, you know. But as you go, it's not going to stop. You're going to still, there's always going to be somebody, you know, negative after you, or whatever the case is. So stay on your point, you know, and don't worry about the haters. Smile at it. Just feel bad for them even. But, you know, but that's as far as it goes, you know. So it's Roland The Real. I'll wish you all success, health, happiness, love, and all that. So